Alright, let's put it all together and let's create a workflow. The idea is to create a very simple workflow that could scrape data from a URL, create a report, and send it using an email. So let's see how we could do that using our EagleBot platform. Now the first thing that I do here is create a workflow. Just type in the name and click anywhere on the canvas and an API agent appears. I'm going to type in the entire prompt in natural language. Hit on submit. And you'll see the data is already scraped and it appears here in this form. I'm going to click on execute during runtime because I want this to execute during runtime, and change the tag as well. So let's just delete this and save. I'm going to add another step that is also going to be an API agent. I'm going to add a summarizer specifically. And if you see here, a GPT agent appears. I'm going to execute that during runtime and copy the result to the clipboard because I'm planning to use it in the RPA agent. Just going to type in what exactly I want the agent to do. And remove this as well because I want this to execute during runtime. Now let's add an RPA agent. If you see here, just change from the menu. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to search for an agent that I already trained earlier. I'm going to show you how that's done in another video, but this is something that's already been trained. So this is an RPA agent that creates a report, a financial report, and add another RPA agent to send an email. We can obviously use an API agent to send an email as well, but let's just use RPAs. Again, natural language. I'm gonna search for the RPA. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just keep it simple for this video. And let's initiate the execution process. We can exchange variables during runtime. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that from the response in the web scraper, I want that data to go into the GPT agent as input data. That's about it. So you can dynamically exchange data during execution. Just gonna rearrange this a little bit just so that you can see. Before I click, I'm gonna position this here and hit on play. So if you see here, data is dynamically getting generated using the API agents, and the RPA is also loading. So if you see the RPA is loaded now, it's going to open up the PowerPoint file. And create a report. So this is a pre-trained RPA. Now the best part about our RPAs is that it has quite a few new features. First of all, it has computer vision, so it can see during execution, and we'll cover that in another video. And the second feature is that it could generate AI content dynamically, and you'll see that in a moment. So right now it's just creating the first slide. And if you remember, in the API agent, we did select the option of copying the data onto the clipboard. So we're going to be using that data in this report here. we move on to the second slide. All of this is performed by the RPA itself. I'm not doing anything out here. It's gonna do some formatting, and this part right here that you're about to see is completely AI generated, and this could be changed as well. So the data that you see here is generated using GPT 3.5. So in a sense, you could add data anywhere on your desktop with no restrictions and make changes to it as well. Creating the final slide just for this demonstration. Now the financial insights was summarized by the GPT API agent, if you see here in a moment. It's going to do some formatting changes, and it's going to paste the data that was copied onto the clipboard. Right about now. Here it is. So this is the data that was generated by the GPT agent. And just to finalize, we're gonna save the file as well. And just to make sure that the entire workflow is complete, we have another step that we'll go through in a bit. And if you see here, the RPA agent is saving the file. And finally, as the fourth step, it's going to send an email using Outlook. This data right here is again dynamically generated. Now this is a very simple workflow. You can imagine that even much more difficult workflows could easily be handled using a combination of both API agents as well as RPA agents, and we're looking to expand the library of API agents that we already have. As a final task, we're going to attach the report that we just generated. And there you go. It's gonna send the email and complete the entire workflow. All the updates are mentioned here in this box here. You can see all the updates. Now, if you're running short on time, what you could also do is use our top box feature. Now, using the top box feature, you can create an entire workflow using just a single prompt. So if you see here, I'm gonna create a workflow with 3 steps in it, and this includes both API and RPA agents. Type in the prompt and click anywhere on the canvas, and the workflow magically appears along with the data as well. And there we have it. That concludes this demo. Thank you.